Hi everybody, it's just spiritual colorist diamond painting. I thought I'd just come on here another video just to talk about diamond painting since I haven't talked about it much, and I talked more about my coloring and what I was doing thus far, which I will have another video up about that. But this is one of the diamond paintings, for anybody who don't know what diamond painting is, that I recently got from a company, and it has the picture of a boat on water, which looks like this. And when you finish the diamond painting, it will look marvelous. And it is around, I think it's around, because you can get the shapes round or square. And you put all the little pieces on the diamond painting, which if you look a little close up, you can see that the canvas letters, all the little circles and letters are really clear. So you want to make sure that the canvas looks clear and that you have good vision. If you don't have good vision, you know that you can see it, because most people need what you call like a magnifying glass to look down, and these are really small letters on the canvas. So if you have bad sight, you might need a magnifying glass to look down at the picture. Well, once the picture is finished, it looks marvelous. And I do what they call snack size paintings a lot. So this is a 30 by 40. And most of the time when I order a lot of my diamond paintings, I get them from various different companies. But today, diamond painting and art therapy is becoming very popular and highly in demand. So a lot and lots of people are being careful where they're getting their art from, such as diamond painting, because they're stolen images, because there are now professional artists who have their art signed with a particular company, and they're companies who may steal the images and be selling them on different websites, and they're not licensed with that particular artist. So I still try to be very careful. It's not always easy when you don't know every artist and what their art may be, or if it's DIY Moon Shop, if it's Diamond Art Club. I think it's what diamond painting, diamond painting with sparkles or something like that. It's enough. So many companies out here now, more than it ever was when I started 2 years ago. But people are trying to be very careful. I have gotten stuff from Wish. I've gotten stuff mostly a lot of times from Amazon, and I've never had a problem with my canvas looking okay. I have done plenty, I said plenty, of canvases, and I've never had a problem with any of my canvases being messed up, even when you get them from places like Wish. So as you can see, the canvas is a 30 by 40. And a lot of times when you look at the professional tubers who do diamond paintings a lot, they will measure the size and say, you know, this part right here where all the diamonds go on, the diamond drills go onto the canvas. They'll see if it measures up to size or not. Mostly the 30 by 40, they're trying to measure the entire canvas. When you see that, most of the people who sell them, and not just the drill fill. So you want to make sure that, you know, you get a good copy of the painting. So when you get a good copy of the painting, that means the inventory sheet comes with it. It tells you how many bags of the drills that you will get. It shows you the map, the layout. You want to make sure your layout looks really good, that there's no cloudy looking figures or cloudy looking numbers or alphabets on the canvas, that your entire drill fill looks great. And these are what they call little dummy circles on there to help you be able to place the drills right there on the directly in the right place. But this is one of the ones I got because I love the ships and ocean, and I love the water. So I never got this, and I do mostly look in to see that when these diamond paintings are done, that they look good. So you can look online and search for this particular type of diamond painting and see how it looks as a 30 by 40. Is it clear enough for you? What you want to get a bigger version? And I've seen a 30 by 40 of this, and it looked awesome. So that's why I went ahead and got that one, and I loved it. So that's one of them. I'm still doing my Prince diamond painting. that I showed you on the last video. My other diamond painting, I usually try to do diamond paintings that speak to me. It has to be something I like, something that really represents something that I feel. I like nature. I love animals, and I love portraits. So I always try to get something that speaks to me. And here's another one of the diamond paintings I got. I've never done a tiger. There is I think a Siberian tiger that someone does with the prettiest blue eyes. My mother did that diamond painting, and I'll look for that when I'll do that one later on. But people keep these kind of diamond paintings in portfolios. You can get them and put them in a portfolio. You can keep them in a bin, and things like that. I'm not planning on being a YouTuber that just gets diamond paintings and show them off, because if I'm going to buy them, I'm going to do them. And I go through my stash, and I've had a huge stash from 2018 to 2019, and I've done all of mine. And right now, I'm just doing a little bit at a time. So I guess when winter time gets here, things calm down, and I'm working at night, going to school, and I kind of calm down and relax, and I'm in my relaxed mood, I'll take out my diamond painting. Some people do it for long periods of time, 3 and 4 hours a day. Me, my diamond painting time is usually an hour or 2 hours, if it's 2 hours a day. Mostly it's an hour and 30 minutes before I stop. I just never been able to do a diamond painting more than 2 hours long, and time can just pass you by. Sometimes you want to listen to music, sometimes you want to watch TV, sometimes you listen to another YouTuber, but it's a really relaxing and therapeutic art, and so many people are being drawn to art therapy. Crafts are wonderful, and they're always been there, but I believe in this season God is drawing us to bring out our gifts in the artistic in an artistic way. He's bringing out our gifts in the arts, because art has a way of helping us express ourselves, healing through different traumatic times in our lives. Forgive my tongue, it's just twisted right now. But people go through a lot of deep depressions, and mental health is a real thing. And with the pandemic and people losing loved ones from it, it has really been healing therapy. And I'm just thankful to God that during my difficult time, losing my dad unexpectedly 2 years ago, I mentioned this before, and breaking my leg and my ankle, and having 2 major operations, it was really therapeutic for me. Finding something that I could do to keep my mind concentrated, and I loved it. I've never been a crafty person, but I've always loved art. I love art museums. I love art galleries, and it really has brought out my artistic side and helped me develop my creative side in the artistic industry, or that artistic side that just dwells in you. You don't even know it's there until you tap into it, and it's been good. It helps motivate you, it helps you express yourself, and you just don't know the gifts that God has put in you until you really step into that zone and allow yourself to grow and step outside your comfort zone. Sometimes some people go into pottery, some people go into sewing. So don't ever be afraid to step into something you haven't done, if it's artistic, if it's something that is in the crafty side, because you don't know what God is going to bring out of you. You don't know the gift that He has stirred and built up in you. Your talents are your treasure. So, take your time, and it's relaxing, and it helps people heal. It helps people emotionally. It doesn't take away the problem, but it helps the mind, the body, and the spirit in a lot of ways. And someone who's a natural health consultant who has learned so many different therapeutic ways that people are learning to help others through alternative methods, and learning to help people cope with mental problems and stress related problems through therapeutic methods and different modalities that are out here. Art therapy is a wonderful thing, and right now the crafting world in diamond painting and coloring is really blowing up, because people are being drawn to it, because it's really helping a lot of people, and I'm one of those people included. I didn't even realize how much of an effect it would have on me, or how it would actually help me, but it has. But this picture, I love it because one of my spirit animals is the snow leopard, but I love tigers, lions, black panthers. And this is a 30 by 40. And it is also round. And as you can see, if you look really close, the canvas is really clear. The drill field is really clear. And I saw this, a picture of this as a 30 by 40. And it looked awesome. This is what you call pour glue. My Prince picture behind me is what they called, it's not pour glue, it's more the adhesive. And when it comes on that type of paper, it's an adhesive type of canvas. The glue is different the way it's laid out on the canvas. This particular canvas with the plastic on it is pour glue, and pour glue is mostly, to a lot of people, the best because the canvas stays stickier, the canvas glue is better, and you don't have problems with creases. And when you see these little creases, they can easily come out when you use ways to roll your canvas up backwards and roll it back out again. You can roll it up like this. Hold on, make it roll it the right way. Roll it this way forward. Roll it and roll it back out just to get the creases out when you see it, because it's just in the plastic. When you put the diamond drills on top of the canvas, you won't see it anymore. Then you can roll it back down and make it just a little bit straighter. Smooth it out. Just smooth it out. Smooth it out. And then when you take the plastic up like this, you see, you don't even see those little bubbles that you see with the plastic on it. And then when you bring the plastic back down, it just kind of make sure you bring it, smooth it down like that, smooth it across, and make sure there it looks. Diamond art comes from China. And if you see the kind of diamond art, diamond painting they do in China, they do extremely big ones. And if you like big paintings and you want to see the origination of how diamond paintings started in China and the kind of paintings they do, it is mind-blowing. They do some very beautiful ones, but it is a China originated art form. Comes from China. Let me turn this around. This is a picture of a design. It is gold and black, one of my favorite colors. But when I saw this design, I fell in love with it. I don't know how well you can see this design on the paper. This is another 30 by 40. As y'all know, I'm in love with the 30 by 40. 40 by 40. I don't get too big on doing canvases. Every now and then, that's what that looks like. Hold on, let me see. Let's see what it looks like. Woo! Okay. Right there. But that's how that picture will look after it's done. And yeah, I love it. I love the way that it's going to turn out. I know it's going to be really beautiful because I've seen it a 30 by 40 done. It's a lot of confetti in this, and confetti is when you have, you see they have the NNG5 and NGY. That means the numbers and stuff is all over the place. You just don't like have a whole lot of N's in one place or a whole lot of 5s. Like right here, you have a whole lot of N's. But up here, you have N5s. Well, you have a whole lot of N's right there too. But right here in the middle, that confetti is just all over the place. So that's what confetti is. It's when you have to put a lot of drills in a lot of different places all over the canvas, and you're like one drill, then another color drill, then another color drill, then another color drill, then the same drill, then the same drill, then the same drill color, then another color, then another color. It's really, I love confetti to some point, but it can get crazy when it gets really madness when you're at the end of doing the canvas, and it's just, it can get really crazy. I don't mind it sometimes, not all the time. And my other one is, well, my other one is an adhesive, so I haven't opened that one up because it has the white adhesive on there. But it is, I feel like I could get more of a romantic looking one. And it has the man and the woman. I think I got this one off of Wish. But I'm going to show it. I got to show it to you guys. Because I do have it. I just didn't want to go open it up. So let me see. You can hold on just 1 minute. I don't have that. But that one I do have. I have another one that I liked. And this is, like you said, this is another one with the, you get them like this. This is small. But I've seen this one in the small size. And the picture looked really pretty. It's a woman standing on a balcony. I'm just hoping it turns out. Sometimes when you get smaller versions of these diamond paintings, you just hoping they turn out okay. But I've seen prints in a 30 by 40. I've seen prints in a 40 by 50. And they looked beautiful. So when you unroll these canvases, you want to make them look straight. So you got to roll them backwards to make sure you get all the little cranks and everything out of them. And what you can do is sit them under books until you start doing them. Or you can sit them under pillows, your couch. And you can open it back up like this. See how it just popped back open. So once you do that, and when you're doing this kind, you gotta be careful when you open it up at the very bottom, because you don't want that glue to pop up. That's one thing about the adhesive paper. Sometimes that glue will pull all the way up. And when you get the plastic one, the diamond paintings with the plastic covering, it doesn't do that much. And you cannot really see this, but you could tell, oh, you can. It looks good on the camera. There's a woman standing there, and she's looking over a balcony. Now, I've seen this in this size, which is a 30 by 40, and I thought it looked really pretty done. So that's how that would look. And it doesn't have a lot of diamond drills, maybe 20 at the most. And it's a woman standing on a balcony. When I usually do these paintings, and if I do it every day or every other day, for the amount of time I said that I spend on it, I'm usually finished within the first 2 weeks, 3 weeks at the most. But I'm usually finished. It doesn't take me that long, since 30 by 40 is really small. My other one that I was going to show you guys was the one that I said I did with my other musician. You can also get diamond paintings custom made. You can go to places like Craftly, and you can actually take a picture that you like yourself, and they can turn it into a diamond painting for you. People get their pictures of their families, their pets, turned into diamond paintings, which is awesome. And this is my Michael Jackson diamond painting. I've seen this in a 30 by 40, and it looked awesome when it got done, when it was done. And the drill fill looks really good. You can see everything on it really good. So it's a 30 by 40. I would like it a little bigger, but I got the 30 by 40. But I saw the 30 by 40 and I thought it looked really good when it was done for that kind of size. So this going right. We don't want that. That's got a little crease in there. We don't need it. And it's really sticky. So you got to be really careful not to touch the canvas with no kind of paper. You don't want anything sticking on it. And if it does get stuck, you can take some baby wipes and wipe it down so that it doesn't stick. And I usually keep my canvases under something that's like books, so that when I do start them, they're not all rolled up. They're already flat and ready to go and ready to be done. This is my other canvas, and I'm not going to take that one out. But this is my other religious canvas that I bought. And it's of the Lord. About 40. I think I got this off of Amazon, too. And I like that of looking down at the world. So that's what I have been trying to build up my little stash for the winter, so I know I still look dumping. And it's something I think I'll always probably like doing. Sometimes you can get into something and for a moment or a season and like, I don't want to do it no more. But there's some crafts and some things that always you'll love to do, and you can always go back to doing it. Sometimes life just get busy and you don't have time to do things the way you did it, you know, before life got too hectic. But there's some things you can turn into an art form. You can have a time where you sit with family or friends and do art. I remember growing up, we used to have what they call game night. And there's nothing wrong with that. And I think people sometimes lose sight on how to just relax and do something enjoyable with each other. And how to really take time to relax and find creative ways into just having fun. Since everybody's always doing things. This is one of the inspirational coloring books that I have. I haven't started this, but I said I'm going to start it. But I love the words. It's trust the timing of your life. Now, I have gel pens that I said I was going to start doing this with. These are what my gel pens look like. I think I showed them to you on my last video. Gel pens turn out looking a lot different than pencils. And I think mine is like the metallic because there's some glitter in here. So if I start off by just doing a little coloring to letters. But I like to sing. So with my message for today is find something that you enjoy. And don't feel bad if it's something simple. If it's something you think everybody gonna judge you for. You know, sometimes we're like, I don't want to do that because somebody might judge me. And we get fearful what people think about us. Whether you're a man or a woman or a child. If you like braiding, weaving, basket making. Like, ain't nobody doing that. We like something like that. But it might be something you're interested in doing. Try it. Quilt making. And you might, ain't nobody quilt making, that's for old folks. Honey, try what you love, and you'd be surprised how what you love to do will prosper your hands, and the gifts and the talents that God will bless in you to do the things that you love. And then when you start really showing off your gifts and you get better and better, you don't know the direction God will move you in. There's so many different types of art forms out here, y'all. And it's really opened my eyes to see the creative gift and the spiritual gift that God gives us to be creative and to be talented in our own way and to be unique in what we're called to do. You know, we can be academically smart. That's all good. It's good to have good knowledge. Is powerful. You know, the mind is a terrible thing to waste. But it's so many people have talents and gifts where they are just unique. They stand out. They do something that you ain't never saw. You know, it's been done by other people, but I've never seen it like this. Or I've never seen it done this particular way. And it's nothing wrong with stepping out of the box. And, you know, I always tell people as I minister to you, I have to minister to myself. Because there's so much out here that we can do to inspire others. There's so much we can do to be blessed and be a blessing. And people are finding art a fulfillment because they've been such a difficult 2 years with the pandemic. And I can't think of the lady's name who was once on Dancing with the Stars. She's one of the teachers. And she had her diamond art paintings on Diamond Art Club. But she talked about her story and what drew her to diamond painting. And, you know, just dealing with stress and anxiety and just learn to find how ways to relax. As a dancer, that was her gift and her calling, but this was something that relaxed her in a different way. I think it's something that if you look at people who are talented, when they're moving all the time, that energy is constantly going. You hear the energy, you feel the energy, but then you've got to sit down and be still. That's a different type of energy. Your mind has to focus. I think think about somebody like Michael Jordan. He's a basketball player. He loved basketball. He was always out there on the floor playing basketball. One of the greatest basketball players ever. My favorite of all times. But when he got into something like golf is totally a different sport than basketball. You have to focus. You got to be still. You're not moving. You sitting there focusing. And you're not using your body. You're using your mind. You are using your mind. And he has become very good at the game of golf. I've heard many people talk about how good he is at golf. But the adrenaline is calmed down. So the adrenaline of constantly being out there moving, doing what he doing. But now he has taken the time in a whole nother sport where his body and his adrenaline is not running up and down a court, but his mind is focused in a whole nother way. And he's good at that at golf as well. So when people get to calm down one side and embrace another, you never know what's going to come out of you. You never know the gifts or the way God will allow you to move forward in a different direction, one you had no idea was going to sprout. I don't know. Purple. I don't like this purple. It looks like it's running out of ink. And now it's like it's getting a little messy. Do you see how that looks? Oh. I have to go back over it. I think I can go back over it. I'm just really learning how to use gel pens. I really like to use them. I've been using them in some of my other pictures, like I did it with my peacock. And I think I did it in my color Morphia. And it was okay. It wasn't really like, I love this. I was like, sorry, it's okay. You look okay. And just learning detail, patience, not rushing, and concentrating. Calming down your mind and learning how to think. So many people suffer with insomnia. And insomnia has always been around, but you really ever heard of it. And why are so many people now suffering from insomnia? Because we don't know how to calm our minds down at night, because we're constantly thinking and worrying about what's the next thing or what we got to do next, or bills or life or relationships. And we're not relaxed. We're not in our zone where we can just truly lay down. I don't know. I've had insomnia for a minute. But I know how to relax. I know how much sleep is. I don't like struggling to go to sleep, especially if I know I feel tired. It's the worst feeling to wake up and know you want to go back to sleep, but you can't. Because working in the hospital, I've heard of fatigue for years. But when I went through fatigue, and the doctor said, oh, no, there's nothing wrong. You're just under heavy fatigue. Excuse me? And I thought I was getting a flu or something. My body felt weak. I was like, they took every test in the world. And they told, oh, no, you just have heavy fatigue. And I was taking care of my dad. And he just moved here after 2009 or 10. And, exercise, do more exercise, do more, and all this stuff they was telling you to do. But it's like you're dragging your body. It felt worse than the flu. It would come and it would go. It wouldn't stay with me. It would come 2 days, 3 days, leave. I'm like, oh, okay, I'm all right. I ain't got no fever. But my body just felt so heavy, like I was dragging myself around. And then I couldn't go to sleep, wanted to go to sleep. And they said, oh, it's just fatigue. That is the worst feeling. I heard about it many times, but to go through it was a whole nother reality. So, the mind is a terrible thing to waste. Take time to do things that you enjoy. Don't be afraid to let your creative side shine, to be unique, to be different. Trust the timing of your life, because life will not always go in the direction you want it to go in. There will be many surprises along your path and your journey. But trust in God first. The Lord said, trust in the Lord with all thy heart and lead not towards thy own understanding. And know that I am God. Trust in him. And I have so many times like, God, what now? Right when I'm on the right path, right when everything seems like it was going the way I wanted to, then bam, something happens. And you never know. In the midst of it all, God keeps us. He strengthens us right in the midst of it all. And we don't even know he's strengthening us. We be sitting there crying and hollering and panting, and God be like, you don't even know I got you in this, and you're going to come out stronger than you ever been. But in the midst of it, we can't feel it. So we are complaining and groaning and moaning. But after we get through it, we recognize we had a strength that was more than what we knew, that we endured more than what we thought we could. So trust the timing of your life. It may not look like you want it. It may not feel like you want it. It may not be like you want it. And I'm speaking to my soul. Lord knows. But I'm thankful every day. I rejoice in gratitude. I rejoice in thankfulness. I rejoice. I do not like the way these letters are looking with my gel pens. I don't know. I gotta figure out when they start running out like they look. Oh no. I gotta keep going over it twice. But life will bring you ups and downs. And some people don't have someone to turn to all the time. Some people don't have someone to hold their hand through the rough moments. And sometimes you're there all by yourself. Because sometimes people can't do anything. You can turn to a million people, but no one can help you heal like God can. And that is realness, y'all. Realness inside of realness on top of realness. I say this all the time on my Facebook page. I'm like, realness. Because it's real. Real to the real. Like the real deal. I used to say it back in the day. You know this is the real deal. It is real. So be blessed. And this is your spiritual colorist and diamond painter,